Welcome. In this lesson, we will be adding events, or in other words, callbacks from our driver coroutine. So let's get started. First, let's open our driver script. Then let's add Unity engine.events namespace. And inside our driver class, let's add public Unity event start event and public Unity event end event. Now we need to think about it where the event should be, and we would like to trigger our start event only when our inner while loop is running at least once. And also we are not at the end or at the beginning of the progress. So let's add our if statement if progress doesn't equal 0 and progress doesn't equal hold duration. Let's play start event by start event.invoke. But now we have a problem. Start event is triggered every time the while loop is true. So to fix it, we need to add bool event to trigger equals false before our while loop. And inside, create another if statement to wrap our old one. So if event to trigger equals false, let's run our old if statement. And inside it, let's change event to trigger to true. So now we are sure that start event will only trigger once. And we can use the same variable event to trigger at the end. So create if event to trigger equals true. Let's play the end event by end event.invoke. Let's save the file and test it. First, you need to download the resources from this lesson and import them to the Unity. And from the Simple Particle System folder, let's import the Simple Particle System to the scene. Now let's select driver tester object, and at the end event, press plus, and drag and drop Simple Particle System on it. And from function menu, choose Particle System play. Now check our driver settings. We have two loops and a ping pong and auto repeat on. So let's test it. Press play forward, and now we see always when a ping pong loop finished, it will trigger the particle system. Let's try also the start event. Drag and drop particle system onto start event, and from function menu choose particle system.play. Let's test it. Press play forward, and we see always when our loop begins, it will trigger the start event. That's it for this lesson. So thank you and see you in the next lesson.